Welcome back to Keep Your Hebrew, and today we're looking at Jeremiah chapter 2, verses 8 through 11. Let's start with verse 8. HaKohanim lo amaru aye Adonai, v'tofasei haTorah lo yeda'uni, v'haroim pasha'uvi, v'hanaviim niba'u va'ba'al, v'acharei lo yo'ilu halachu. Okay, let's translate. The priests did not say, "Where is the Lord?" And over here you have a masculine plural participle of tafas, seize or handle, in construct. This is a plural construct. So together this construct chain reads, the handlers of the law. And the handlers of the law did not know me. Notice the once here suffix. And haroim. So this is a masculine plural cal participle of ra'ah, to shepherd, and with the definite article. And the lamet hey in ra'ah has basically disappeared because of the adding of the im suffix. So that lamet hey disappears. You don't see it. And the shepherds transgressed against me. This is an adversative ba preposition with once here suffix. And the prophets prophesied by Baal. So this is an instrumental bait. William's reference is here, so you can take a look if you want. And after things that do not profit, yo'ilu. So this is a hefil yiktol 3MP of Ya'al, referring to things that do not profit. They went. Moving on to verse 9. Lachen od ariv itachem naum Adonai, ve'et b'nei v'nechem ariv. Therefore, still, I will strive, or I will contend with you, declares the Lord. And with the sons of your sons I will contend. Verse 10. Ki ivru iye kitiim ura'u v'kedar shilchu v'hitbonenu ma'od. Ura'u hen hayata kazot. For pass to the coasts of Cyprus. So Ivru is a cal 2MP katol, or imperative form of avar, to pass. And you'll see in the highlighted verbs this chain of imperatives. For pass to the coasts of Cyprus, and see, and send to Kedar, and pay close attention. So this is a hit polel vocatol 2MP of the middle weak verb bean. Bean means to understand, but in the hit polel stem, it means pay close attention. So with ma'od, it means pay very close attention. And see, behold, has there been anything like this? Like what exactly? Let's turn to verse 11. Hahemir goy Elohim, vehema lo Elohim, Ve'ami himir kevodo below yo'il. So over here, hahimir is a Hefil Katal 3ms of Yamar with an interrogative hey. And we're actually going to see that it's the same verb over here. But Yamir is basically an orthographic variant of the middle weak verb mur. But actually it's the same verb, so don't be confused. What this means is, has a nation changed gods? And over here, you have an epexegetical vav, which is elaborating on what we see here. What kinds of gods are in question here? Has a nation changed gods, though they are not gods? But my people have changed or exchanged their glory, or his glory, referring to the collective noun Am, for that which does not profit. So this bait here is a bait of exchange. So what reasons does the Lord give for his contention against his people? So we see one reason here in that all the people that should have clung to the Lord in faithful worship have abandoned him to go after that which does not profit. We see the repetition of this expression, that which does not profit, once in verse 8, once in verse 11. So this is very important. And we see another reason for that over here in verse 10, linked with the conjunction key. And actually verse 10 to 11 constitute a lengthy explication of the second reason. So in verse 10, the Lord asks his people, go to all these far-flung places, Cyprus, Kedar, where they worship pagan gods, and look closely at what they're doing, and see if anything like this has happened, like what you have done, Judah. Has any nation changed their gods, even though they are not gods? But look at you, my people. They've changed their glory. In other words, they've changed me for that which does not profit. So what the first and second reasons have in common is highlighted in red. Judah has basically exchanged God for that which does not profit. They've gone after idols instead of worshipping the true God. But in the first reason, the heinousness of this is accentuated by the fact that it's the very people who ought to know better who are doing this. It's the priests, it's the handlers of the law, it's the shepherds, referring to the kings, it's the prophets. These people ought to know better, and yet they're doing this. In the second reason, we see the contrast between God's people and the pagan nations. Even the pagan nations don't abandon their false gods, even though they aren't gods. But you guys have abandoned me, your glory. So you can really hear the rhetorical power in these verses, laying bare the idolatry of God's people. That's all for now. Join us next time for more on Jeremiah chapter 2.